Hello, my name is Erin Esplin, and I am an artist and an arts educator. Art is now and has always been a huge part of my life, including, as I stated previously, my career and my pastimes. My mother, Marty Ashby, is an artist, as was her mother, Ann Dickey. I feel fortunate to have always had an example of my mother, who to this day continually plays and experiments with various media and ways of creating. Among many other riches, the arts have given me an outlet, strengthened my introspection, and my life perspective more than I could ever hope to without having it. I honestly can't imagine life without art, and I personally believe it's impossible to live in this world without it. I've always considered myself an arts advocate because, of course I am. I love art. Of course I am. I observe the positive impact of the arts on the children I teach, on the people I love, and on the world we live in. So I'm an arts advocate, right? Not exactly, not yet. While I would like to say that I'm somehow making a difference by voicing my love of the arts and being one of the many quirky artists just doing our thing, arts advocacy takes more than mere passion and integration into one's own personal life. As an arts educator, I have a responsibility to advocate for the arts, to administration, to the school board, policymakers, to the media. You know, a whole list of intimidating higher-ups better left alone. Just kidding. We can't and we shouldn't ignore these higher-ups, and they shouldn't be able to or want to ignore us. But they can't really help in doing so if we don't make ourselves seen and heard. One of the current trends in arts advocacy is centered around the idea of 21st century skills, which, among other skills, focuses on the 4 C's, which are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. Many CEOs and big businesses are said to be looking for the 4 C's when considering hiring new employees. In 2016, Nick Skillicorn writes, and I quote, "Creativity is becoming a skill which is seen as growing in value for the world's largest corporations." Skillicorn goes on to say, and I quote, "Critical thinking and complex problem solving are also intricately linked to creativity and innovation, as they are all about helping the companies navigate unexpected future challenges, whatever they may be." All of that sounds fine and good, but as Leanne Logston points out in 2013, and I quote, "There is evidence that the focus of current advocacy efforts is shifting in an explicitly utilitarian direction, with arts education increasingly viewed as useful primarily in realizing national economic goals." There is certainly irony in making such strict guidelines and goals in regards to creativity and innovation. Creativity and innovation are often unpredictable, risky, ambiguous, exciting, and spontaneous. Part of what makes creativity and innovation work is the notion of not knowing. It's the risk-taking, the experimentation. It's difficult to do so with such a strict how-to and with goals associated with economic gain. Livingston writes, and I quote, "The act of inquiry demands creativity to imagine possible consequences of actions, take risks, and make choices in light of subsequent yet provisional outcomes." She goes on to write, and I quote, "To advocate for arts education is to value individual learners and the unforeseen possibilities that their learning generates." The thing that really sticks out for me here is the valuing individual learners. To say that creativity and innovation lead to a successful economy makes sense to me, and I do believe it to be true. I don't believe, however, that economic gain should be our primary focus in regards to our students, their lives, and their experiences. While innovation and creativity should certainly be modeled and nurtured, it's important to ask why, and based on whose values. Are students at the center of focus in regards to values in arts education? I echo Lungston in saying that my ideals in arts education lie in helping my students become lifelong learners. But they also lie in the hope that I can help cultivate curiosity, compassion, empathy, and to help with the tools they need to express themselves throughout their lives. It's difficult to know where to go in regards to arts advocacy. My focus keeps coming back to the emotional and psychological benefits of the arts, the improved sense of belonging that can be obtained, as well as physiological and mental health benefits. These aren't small things. It's true, and it makes sense that creativity and innovation are great attributes to consider in hiring employees. But the impact on a personal level to overall quality of life and lifelong learning is indeed absolutely priceless.